Hello, and welcome to the Comic Asylum. Today we'll be reviewing the trailer for Batman Knightfall. Can you start it up, please?
Gotham City needs Batman.
Batman, you haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago. Maybe we should ask John Paul for help. His training is coming along.
We're all that stands between those inmates and the fall of Gotham.
Nice.
They say you are the greatest detective. And yet you
Oh, Bane.
did not see this
So they have
He looks
Scarecrow
pretty
and
good
Bane.
there.
I intend to break you. Then give it your best.
Now that looks good.
Let chaos reign in Gotham.
We have to help Batman.
Suit up.
Well, that's a gritty new look for the Dark Knight.
Oh, Joker's in it too.
Yep.
Something else is going
Well, they're
Rid-
all in it.
Riddler, Azrael. Here we go.
Yep.
Come get some.
Now, who was that? Come get some.
The guilty must pay.
I think that's Robin.
Nightwing.
Wow. That was quick.
Nightwing, Robin. He's still kind of a little.
The
weird.
animation looks hot. You didn't think that was great animation?
Robin looked gay. But I don't know what to tell you.
All right, I'll open up the floor and you guys can discuss the trailer.
Well, I was trying to. We were rudely interrupted.
I'm
thought it
sorry.
looked good. You don't think it looked good?
It's a cartoon.
No shit. But for some, you see some of the animation, some of it doesn't look good. That looked pretty good.
I think it looked more violent for a cartoon than we grew
Well,
up
it's
with.
supposed to be.
I mean, beating the pulp out of somebody, seeing blood flying all
Yeah,
over.
that's
the
what
Definitely not
happened.
Tom and Jerry.
No.
Well,
Hey,
that wasn't
Tom and Jerry
Batman
was
when he
fun.
was beating the pulp out of him.
No, it was probably the other guy.
That was
Azrael.
Azrael.
or
Yeah,
John Paul,
Azrael.
whatever they're
I don't know.
I like the Coyote and cartoons. We dropped the anvil on them, you know.
Well,
Those
a lot of people think that's like one of the better
Acne. No,
better
the
storylines
trailer
that
didn't look bad. They got
Batman ever
They got
had.
a lot of villains in there. I mean,
Oh, they're probably all in there.
they showed them in the trailer. All
Well,
the
in the
villains.
comics, at least, what
Yeah.
happened was Bane actually broke everybody out of Arkham.
Right.
And Batman, played by Bruce Wayne, actually went on like a 3-day bender trying to get all these criminals back into Arkham.
And Bane did that on
And
purpose
basically, on the last day, Bane showed himself and said, "Hey, Batman, let's fight."
after he was all wore out.
Yeah,
That's why when you seen Robin, man, you haven't slept in 3 days, that kind of thing.
yeah.
So now Bane's just
Might have
letting
been
him
2
beat
days from
himself out. Yeah. Now, the books were okay. You
That
know.
was a long storyline too. I ran for a
Oh,
couple
big
years,
time.
I think.
Oh, the 3 books I have are like
yeah, they're
this
they're
big,
good
this
size. Yeah,
thick. The omnibuses or whatever they call them.
yeah.
'Cause obviously I didn't read it
Like
when
back
it
then.
first came out. I wasn't reading that stuff, but it was okay. I mean, I started reading it because I seen some people on the internet talking about what a great storyline that was,
Yeah.
and Chuck Dixon. Well, actually, that's what they talked. Chuck Dixon was on one of the shows,
Okay,
and they were talking to him, and they were talking about Nightfall because he wrote a lot of it.
okay.
So, but so I figured I'd go out and get it, check it out.
Yeah,
Supposedly it was supposed to be awesome. It was good, but
When's this being released again?
Batman was in it at the beginning until he gets his back broke, and then he in the comics he
Yeah, Bane broke
basically
his back.
disappears.
yeah.
When is this supposed to be released? Supposedly-
No, it says coming soon. It doesn't
Well,
give a date.
it's going to be a 3-part series.
Yeah.
I assume they're going to space them out probably a couple months.
What's it
apart.
going to be on?
I think just Blu-ray and DVD, maybe. Or
Somebody said something.
Oh, not
about
like a
HBO.
Disney or any type. They're not going to put.
no,
it on.
that's it's DC, and that wouldn't
Oh,
be
yeah.
Disney. So it's probably going to be either
Oh, that would make
Brothers,
sense. Yeah.
Warner Brothers or Paramount. One of those.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's got to be on some streaming service somewhere.
Because the Warner Brothers was bought by Paramount, right? Or was it?
Yeah, well, they're merging, right?
Yeah.
Something like
Mhm.
that.
So
What do you think? What do you think, Corey? You didn't say nothing about it. I know you're not a real big DC fan, but what do you think
I
about
think
it?
it looks good.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, for animation.
And the animation allows them to do stuff that they can't do in live action, obviously.
I just hope they have those twins. The
Oh,
ones I'm
the-
talking about from
I
this
vaguely
series.
remember them.
Yeah, then they got the 6 shooters and stuff. Those guys were funny in that series. They'd give it a little comic relief.
Yeah.
All right. I do know that it's a 3-part
Right.
3-part Nightfall, but it is actually planned for an R-rated
Yeah,
trilogy.
yeah, I heard that.
I would say so with blood flying.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude. Well, I mean, they gave the Joker one. What was it? The Killing Joke. I think that was R-rated too.
Yeah.
Because Batman and Catwoman go at it.
Well, that
wow.
you had
Not
Gordon,
Catwoman.
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Right before she gets shot.
But you also had Gordon getting tortured by Joker.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, a
I
little
didn't
bit.
enjoy that part of it. It wasn't one of my favorites.
Well, the whole Barbara Gordon and Batman storyline was kind of weird too, in my opinion.
It was way out of left field
Yeah.
for the comic. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this comic did come out like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like probably like the early
Right.
90s. And
But it was one of those ones that ran across all the Batman books, and it lasted
A lot.
couple years, I think.
Nightwing, all kinds of them.
I think it came out like in 1995, 96. That's when I remember when Batman broke his back by Bane.
Right.
Yeah.
And
As I said, he disappears. There's one part in one of the books where Batman's going to recover, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's getting loaded onto a plane, and then you see this woman gets on the plane, and she's Selena Kyle, and then you're thinking, oh, this is going to be cool. Where's this storyline going? And that's it.
Yeah.
They don't say anything else about it.
Yeah, he kind of disappears for a couple issues, and then you had to deal with the
Oh, he disappeared
Azrael
forever.
and Dick Grayson stuff.
He doesn't come back until the very end.
Right.
Yeah, but I love the way he.
Yeah, because initially they went with John Paul, the Azrael, as the Batman, but then he killed somebody, and
Right.
I think Dick Grayson's Robin said no, or Nightwing.
Right.
He said no, you can't be Batman anymore, and then he wore the suit for a while.
Right. Well, I like the way Batman was able to beat Azrael
Yeah.
as Batman because he made this iron suit. And
Yeah.
gave himself all kinds.
Yeah, like
of
a
stuff.
Crusader type outfit.
Yeah, he was basically unbeatable.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh well.
yeah, so the trilogy, actually, this is the first one. The first one is called actually Nightfall. Then there's going to be a second one called The Night Quest, and the third one's going to be called The Night's End.
Yeah, that's the way the
Yeah, the
omnibuses
omnibuses
are titled.
Yeah, kind of remind me of the Nolan Batman, Christopher Nolan Batman, like how he has it set up like in a trilogy. So that's probably how they're.
Well, there's
gonna do the
parts. There's
cartoon.
parts of this story
Yeah.
in the Nolan
Right.
And
where Bane breaks his
at least
back
the third
and all
part,
that stuff.
yeah. The third
Yeah.
part, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Astro's not in the comic. I mean, the in the movie, but it's going to be in the cartoon version, which is great. I mean,
What is?
Astro? He basically took
Oh,
over after
Azrael.
Batman.
Azrael's in the book.
Yeah,
He's a big part of
But
the
he's
book.
saying in the movies.
in the movie he wasn't.
Oh
the-
no,
in
no,
the
no!
Nolan movies?
That was a whole different storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a movie in itself.
So yeah, I mean, they waited like 30 years to make a cartoon. I mean,
Well-
I thought they were going to make it like in maybe 2000.
Well, but if you think about the earlier cartoons, they weren't this violent. That's only
No.
as of recently they started doing more violent
Right.
animation.
More for adults. These ain't for kids.
And back then they would have geared it for kids if they did it.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
wouldn't be
Wouldn't
as
have been the
good.
same. No, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I mean, probably the only DC animated movie that I saw was pretty good actually, and it's pretty much similar to the comic version. Was the Superman Doomsday, because they did show like a little violence on it because the fight was kind of violent in the
Okay.
cartoon version. That did pretty well
Yeah,
as far as DVD and Blu-ray goes.
Doomsday, not.
Yeah, it's-
Superman.
Yeah, it's Superman. It's just called Doomsday. That's when
That
Superman
was
is
one of his villains.
Okay. yeah, we talked about this last time. The difference between Doom and Doomness.
But then they came out with another one called Reign of Superman. That's when like all kind of different Superman came out
After he died.
after he died. Yeah, but this one is a little different. I kind of get like a vibe of like an anime in this cartoon trailer, which is great because a lot of people are a fan of anime,
oh yeah,
and this actually trailer is gonna be most watched, and
Yeah.
I can't wait for the second part and the third part. But I think this Nightfall, the way DC's kind of approaching, their cartoon is great compared to movies.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
cartoon is
Maybe that's the way they should go.
do the cartoon
Stick
only.
to that. Yeah.
Well, and they can do stuff in animation that you can't do in real life.
But they're better at it. What
Yeah.
he's saying, they're better at it than
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Marvel.
Yes.
The animation, DC comes out with excellent animation.
Yeah.
Marvel, of course,
Marvel's
the
done
movies.
good with the zombies, Marvel Zombies.
Marvel
animated
Zombies, that's good too. But it again, Marvel has like so many different writers, and they don't keep it one writer. They just kind of like, okay, one writer is doing this one series, then they've replaced with another writer, and then it just kind of confuses a lot of, the whole like the comic series or the cartoon series. But DC, what they do is that they stick with one movie type. The writer does the one movie, finishes it off, and that's why I mean they stick with the cartoon. I mean the comic version of the cartoon. That's why they do very well in animation. The DC.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they plan it right, they can actually probably just reuse some of the assets they used for the books.
Do you think these could make it into big screen if they release them into theaters?
They'd have to probably be a little bit longer because I'm guessing they're only going to be like an hour, maybe hour 15 minutes.
Okay.
I don't think they'll do a 2-hour animated series or animated show,
Right.
and that I think you'd have to have at least 2 hours to get it into theaters, or even an hour and a half.
Hour and a half minimum.
Yeah,
I think they can get an hour and a half on each one of those,
but you
based
also,
on what's in the book.
but you also don't want to drag it down with other stuff that might not be as important. Because I'm sure his whole thing with the Arkham breakout, they're probably not going to show all the villains he fought in the comics.
Looks like he had quite a few of them.
Well, but they're going to stick with the bigger names. They're going to obviously stick with Joker, Riddler, maybe Penguin,
Scarecrow's in there.
Scarecrow. Yeah, exactly. The bigger villains.
Two-Face was in there.
I mean, you're probably not going to see Clayface or Ventriloquist.
I don't even know if they were, and I'm trying to think back now.
Well, everybody was in Arkham at the time.
Some of them he never did catch.
That's true.
There were some that were still loose.
Yeah, but I think Ventriloquist was one he did catch.
I think you're right.
But Batman has a large amount of villains that they could easily draw off of. And
God.
like I said, the comics, I think they did show quite a few of them because that was a big chunk of him
Right.
just showing how he was getting exhausted. And
Yeah, they dragged that out.
Yeah.
And I think when I read it, I wasn't buying how tired he was. I thought they could have done a better job with.
Well, I didn't see how he could stay up as long as he did because I think it was literally like 2 or 3 days that he just was catching villains like day and night.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. I can't go 3 days just sitting around my house.
Right.
So, but yeah, it definitely looks interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I did see like a number of the famous Batman villains, Riddler, Joker, of course, and then I saw Scarecrow, which kind of saw like a glimpse of it, and then
Yeah. Well, he was in the shadows.
Well, he was a big villain in the Nolan movies. I mean, he kind of had the whole arcing story. I think he started in the first one as the villain.
He was a much different character.
Yeah.
who played the Scarecrow? What was his name? I forgot.
That was the guy that was actually
Oppenheimer guy?
Cicely Murphy, I think.
Yeah, that's him.
He really didn't look like the Scarecrow. He just had the mask.
Well, he was just a tall, skinny guy,
I know, but he didn't have the hat or nothing.
which depends. Well, he had the sack over his head.
I know that was kind of.
Well, depending on, like I said, which Scarecrow they drew it as or made
I wasn't
based
buying
it
it.
after.
I didn't like it. I wasn't buying him as the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
I like the Scarecrow they got in Absolute Batman. Now that might be the creepiest Scarecrow they've ever done. That thing is wild.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned it makes sense that it almost looks like the Scarecrow in Absolute Batman is taking the Joker's place.
Okay.
I mean,
And it depends on how people write them or what they decide to,
Yeah.
focus on.
yeah, not that there isn't the Joker, but the Joker is a completely different animal.